Hey. So, just kind of wanted to do a follow-up about a current client relations situation that we had, and we were kind of bringing up how this relationship between us and them was just reaching, an unhappy level, and just kind of mentioning how we didn't know what to do. And we didn't really know how to deal with it, and we were just kind of going forward with all of this going on, and it just wasn't going good. And anyways, what ended up happening was just happened today. Got a message from him, and said he was gonna figure something out for the remainder of this season, and then and so on and so forth. So, I mean, that works, we guess. It's unfortunate that had to end, but like we said, there was just a bunch of unhappiness going on, and nobody can have that. So, I guess it's a situation where, you lose a client, and it's okay. It's all right. Like, it's okay. When you're going through this, of course, you're always trying to grow, and you're trying to do the absolute, seriously please everybody, but you can't. It's one thing that I think, it's getting easier as we go along to deal with and decipher through and stuff like that. So just kind of wanted to share an update with you about the situation we had previously. And yeah, so all a part of the journey. Yeah, client relationships. That's how that one ended. It was unfortunate, but I guess we had to go our separate ways. And it's nice though, because realistically, it's like a feeling of relief, and I'm sure they feel the same way. It's a feeling of relief. So it's just interesting how along the way it's changed in the attitude of a little bit when, not losing a particular client isn't necessarily all that bad. It's not all that bad. Sometimes it can be good. Sometimes it can be a seriously good thing. And it's just interesting how, just a little less than 18 months ago, it was the end of the world. And now, I guess I feel fortunate for that. But, yeah, so that's kind of how that goes. That's one thing that I thought would be pretty interesting to share. And just kind of something else I wanted to add here. Just because, it's kind of funny. I made that video, the first one, that's the first part of this. I made that video. It's August 20th now, and video was made on August 7th. So that was almost 3 weeks ago I made that video. And I just was rewatching it because I was about to post it. And then I wanted to add something to it. And, what that is how can it be good to lose a client? Well, if you guys watched our first video on that, the reason why, that relationship between us, like I said, we were unhappy, they were unhappy. They were constantly on our phone calling us, this didn't go right, come back and fix this, do that. And you're breaking your back, jumping through these hoops, and it doesn't only just cost you, the business owner, money, but think about your guys. Think about your guys who are going to their properties and doing the work. You get that complaint each and every single time. Well, what do? You call your guy who's out there and in charge, and you tell him about it. And then what happens in their head? Oh my God, we're the workers are not doing, it's like, oh my God, I'm not doing a good enough job. and it makes them start to feel down. It makes them start to feel unhappy too. So it's not just you, the business owner. It's not just your money that you keep on throwing at this client. It's your guys' attitude toward everything and how they feel about their work. They start to get down on themselves, maybe like, oh my gosh, I'm not doing a good enough job, or so that may be how it first starts, and then as it keeps happening, then they start not liking this customer. They start going to their properties and they're like just unhappy. So it's not just me, the business owner, it's also our guys out there who are unhappy with it. And like we also said, the customer who's also unhappy with it because he's constantly, you know, having to tell us what we did wrong. And like I said, you can't point fingers. I don't want to point fingers here. We're not perfect. We could have totally messed up and blown this relationship, and it could 100% be our fault. And I'm sure that in the customer's head, that's exactly how it is. On our side of the coin, flip it, right? It's all their fault. But so I don't want to go down that road. I want to put a mutual blame between us and the client in that situation. So that's one way that it can be a good thing, is because it's not just you and it's not just your money. It's your guys out there who are starting to get down on themselves, who are starting to become unhappy when they see that person's name on the list, especially multiple times, and they have to go there and service their property and do a good job, knowing that as soon as they leave, they're going to call me, and then I'm going to have to call them and say something. So complete unhappiness there. Nobody wants that. So that's one way how it was a good thing. And that's just kind of something I wanted to add there. How can it be a good thing? The laundry list is forever, but I'm already at 4 minutes of this video. I got to add this to a 3-minute, 30-second video, and I don't want to make it too long for you guys. If you want to hear more about it, I'll definitely be willing to share more of the experience about how losing a client can be seen as a really good thing and feel as a really good thing. So I just kind of wanted to maybe add a little small point to that. The main one, I would say the main point, that's probably the main point of why it's a good thing, is because, you shouldn't be doing anything that doesn't make you happy, regardless of what it is. You want to be able to take pride in your work. You want to be able to give people satisfaction when you do work for them, and so on and so forth. So I just kind of wanted to maybe elaborate a little bit on why it might be such a good thing. And like I also kind of just said, that's only one reason why it's a good thing. There's numerous other reasons why it's a good thing, but that might be for a different video, just because I'm trying to maybe keep your guys' attention. But yeah, so customer relationships, losing some clients is not always bad. All right, just is what it is. At least that's how we've kind of come to realization with it. And you can't please everybody. Losing a client seems to not be all that bad. All right.